is thinking about these kind of like 4 pillars. So we have color, pretty self-explanatory. We have texture, which can kind of refer to like how my shirt is sort of ribbed, but it has this like interlocking detail on it. That's kind of an example of texture. You have silks, you have velvets, etc. So texture is a big piece of what bold fashion can mean to me as well. And you have silhouette, which arguably I think is the easiest way to create a bold look. I've talked about this before, but I think it's really important for everyone to consider what they feel comfortable with, especially when it comes to like fabric. So I'm going to show you an example of something I found on the Verishop app. I have it highlighted right here. It's a really good deal. It's like half off right now. It was $208 and now it's $106, which is a phenomenal deal. It's a bias cut skirt, and sorry, my floor's a mess. This is just my bedroom, but it comes in this really pretty like blue color, and it has this nice subtle waistband here, so it kind of blends right into my shirt. And I think this is a really good example of subtle bold, because it's kind of bold in the color. It's like a beautiful kind of like baby blue color. The picture on the screen is actually a better representation of the color. I just have a lot of sun in my room right now. But this is what I mean when I say choose fabrics that really work for you. So one of my favorite ways to kind of narrow down what I like and what I'm interested in is the fabric, because I naturally gravitate towards shiny materials. So whether it's like silk or satin or any kind of like blend that creates like a shiny sort of finish, I'm immediately drawn to that, and that's what's comfortable for me. And I think that is a really good kind of like jumping off point for when we talk about the texture and fabric pillar of what bold fashion means. I think silk and satin and kind of like that shiny quality in materials is a very simple and classic kind of fabric to always go back to. It's trendless. It's never going to go out of style. Silk and satin materials always will elevate a look. Like if this skirt was cotton, it would give it a completely different feel. But because it's this beautiful kind of like satiny, silky material, it almost immediately looks expensive. And I'm not saying like you must buy things to make you look expensive. It is true to size, yes. This is a size medium. I typically wear like a size 6 in pants, but I usually size up in any bias cut skirt, because I want to talk about bias cut as well, because bias cut is my favorite cut. I have about 10 bias cut silk dresses and skirts, very similar to this. I've actually found a few of these vintage, and it's just such a classic shape. But I'm going to show you guys what bias cut is. All right, here we go. Okay, so bias cut is any kind of cut where the fabric was cut to the side. And what's going to happen when something's cut on the bias is it's just going to fall and hold its shape. So if this was cut more on like up and down with the fabric, it wouldn't have this beautiful like flow to it where it literally holds its shape and looks flowy like that. So no matter how you walk, it's going to hold its shape like that. I don't know exactly what it's made out of. Oh wait, here I have nope, that's the style number. Oh, it's 100% viscose is what the tag says, but it has like a satiny look to it. And I usually wear it's just because the sun is really intense in my room. There you go. It's not as shiny as it was just looking. Here it is in the sun, and here it is in like more natural light. So it is definitely like shiny, but it's certainly not metallic. It's actually the stock image is actually really good representation. I would say the color is slightly lighter than the picture. It's like a babyish powder blue. You can kind of see it well right here, the sun. But I usually wear a size 6, but I pretty much always take my mediums in a size, or I always take my bottoms in a size medium. I wouldn't recommend necessarily going a size up. This skirt is more true to size if you're interested in it. And I mean, maybe I'm biased. Sorry for the pun, but I think bias cut works on so many different body types. Like I'm kind of like a curvy, like fat skinny, like I'm small, but I'm not thin. So I'm kind of like just an average build. And I think bias cut just works so well for my body type. I've seen it work so well on plus size girls, thin girls. Bias cut just emphasizes your shape in like the most beautiful way. I really can't say enough good things about it. And you can find stuff cut on the bias pretty much anywhere, but it kind of, in my opinion, if something's cut on the bias, it is like immediately higher quality because the production, like the way that that piece gets made is just elevated in a way. And again, like you have your fabric, things running up and down. Bias is just cutting it on the diagonal so it holds its shape better. So that's why I really recommend it. And I just think that anything that's a bias cut is seriously going to work on so many different body types and look amazing. So if this skirt isn't necessarily like your thing, go search on Verishop, just bias cut or bias, because I'm sure you'll find tons and tons of options. I really recommend that cut of the skirt, especially, you know, if you're just starting out on your personal style journey, or if you have a good idea about what it looks like already. I'm not one to say you need this because, again, our tastes are so different. Everyone varies from person to person. But I really don't think if you're into wearing skirts or dresses, something cut on the bias is most likely going to work for you. But yeah, I mean, I'm clearly very passionate about this cut of skirt. But yeah, what shoes would I wear? I'd probably style it with these cowboy boots. I can put them on for you guys if you want. These I just bought off of eBay. Like literally any, I need socks. I'm just going to move you guys over here while I put my socks on, and I can show you how the skirt looks like actually fully styled. I'd probably wear it with this necklace, which I'll talk about in a second too. This is from Verishop, if I can find my socks. But yeah, I'd probably, if I was wearing this outfit just like as it is, like the black overlock shirt and my skirt, I just pair it with some cowboy boots. I'm clearly really into cowboy boots right now. I think that they are a trend. It's definitely a trendy thing right now. But I've been living in New York for years, and I've seen Brooklyn girls rocking cowboy boots for the last 5 years. So I think they're having a moment now, but I do think that they're pretty classic, and they just look so good. I'm really glad that cowboy boots are having their moment because they're just a really fun option. But yeah, let me style this for you guys like in full. So maybe I'll put on my cowboy boots. All right. And then let's pick a bag. I'll pick this one. All right. So here's what it looks like with everything. Okay. So I got my skirt and I got my boots. Hope you guys can see that. Again, the sun's pretty intense in my room. Let me see if I can. Oh. Sorry, guys, lost you for a minute. Okay, so here's what it looks like styled. I'd wear it with my cowboy boots. And this is like one of my favorite silhouettes too. Just like a simple outfit and kind of like a midi length skirt paired with some tall boots. And I'd style it with this Susan Alexandra cow print like little beaded bag. But yeah, I like it. It's a simple outfit for me. But I think what makes it more bold is the fabric. Yeah, of course. So here's the fabric, and I'll show it to you in the sun. And here's what it looks like reflected. Again, like it's very good quality. It's satiny. And then for like a close-up, here it is. I hope that helps. But yeah, it's really, really pretty. And I think almost everyone can wear it and look really nice in it. I don't know. If you guys have any other questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. This is something that I bought off of Verishop a couple weeks ago, and I've worn it at least once a week. Because again, it's very true to my personal style. And it's classic while still being bold, because again, the color and the fabric are what makes it bold. And when we go back to the 4 pillars of like what bold fashion means to me, you have color, you have silhouette, you have texture, and you have volume. So I think all of these things are things to kind of consider when you're going for a more bold look. And I don't think you need to pick all 4. I think so. Like I gravitate more towards like black and white items. I love experimenting with color, but most of the time, like I naturally gravitate towards black. That's my like safety color. I always go back to it. An all black look is so chic, but when I'm feeling like I want to infuse some boldness into my look, I think about color, texture, and silhouette. Those are like the 3 things. Volume, sometimes when I'm feeling like extra bold, I'll show you a piece I have in a second that kind of captures the volume pillar. But I think the easiest way is like for impact is color, because you guys probably already have things in your closet that are colorful. I would, probably start there. But if you're looking for for like the bold fashion pillar of volume, let me just show you